So, hello and welcome everyone to today's coding challenge. And today we are going to discuss a question on lead code. Question number 1424, named as Diagonal Traverse Part 2nd. In this question, we have given a 2D integer array nums and we have to return all the elements of nums in the diagonal order as shown in the given figure. So let us see example number 1. We have given a 3 cross 3 matrix and we have to traverse on its diagonals first, like shown in this picture, from left to the right and from lower part to the upper part. This is 1 for the second diagonal, this is 4 2, the third diagonal is 7 5 3, fourth diagonal is 8 6, and the final is 9. So we have to return our answer as 1 4 2 7 5 3 8 6 9. And for example number 2, as we can see that this is a jagged array in which the internal elements are missing. So for this example number 2, the answer is 1 6 2 8 7 3 9 4 12 10 5 13 11 14 15 16, like this. So we have to return this as our answer. And the constraints for this problem is nums size is basically in between the range from 1 till 10 to the power 5, and every element in the input matrix is basically belongs to the range from 1 till 10 to the power 5, and the sum of all nums of I of length, that means the sum for every row possible, the maximum possible sum is 10 to the power 5. So now what could be the basic intuition behind this problem? What will be the basic intuition to solve this? If you think some kind of traversal, that let us suppose we think of some kind of traversal which can traverse from diagonally like this and this. But rather than thinking of the traversal technique, we will first find some trick here or do some mathematics over this matrix first. So let us first visualize our that part. This is our input matrix of example number 1. Let us not see this code first, only see this example. For this example number 1, the answer is 1 4 2 7 5 3 8 6 9. So this is how this matrix will look like. This is 0 comma 0, this is 0 comma 1 0 comma 2 1 comma 0 1 comma 1 1 comma 2 2 comma 0 2 comma 1 and 2 comma 3. And what will be the math part here? We can simply observe that for every diagonal, like this is a diagonal, this is one diagonal, this is another diagonal, this is another diagonal, and this is another diagonal. For every diagonal, the sum of the coordinates of that point, that means this I and j, is constant. That means for this diagonal, the sum of this I plus j is 0. For every element present in this diagonal, the sum of its I plus j is 1. in this diagonal the sum is 2, and in this fourth diagonal this maximum possible sum for every element in this diagonal is 3, and in this one it will be 4. So how can we use this property in our favor? We can simply think something of like priority queue that can store elements on the basis of this sum property. So what we are doing here, let us first see that code. We first intakes our size of this input list of list or the jagged array, and then we initialize a priority queue that can intake elements as the integer array. And what will be the custom sorting function for this priority queue? Let us first made a priority queue for us. So let us suppose this will be our priority queue that can store elements as array of integers. So this A and B are basically two array, and in that array what we are storing is, let us first visualize that. As we observe our property of sum in this, like the smallest sum comes first. So the smaller the sum, the fewer the diagonal number is. That means if sum equals to 0, this will be the first diagonal for us. If sum equals to 1, this is our all elements present in the second diagonal for us. If sum equals to 2, this is our all the elements presented in this diagonal third, and similarly in fourth and fifth as well. But other than the sum property, what we have to look out, like for these two elements, it may be possible that this element comes first rather than this, but as we know the traversal for this matrix is from left part to the right part and from lower to upper and not from the upper to lower. So our first custom comparator function will look for the sum, that means this. Basically smaller sums comes first, but in case of a tie here, like in this, as we can see that there is a tie in sum here. In case of a tie, the ith index, that means larger the ith index will comes first. Here in case of a tie, the larger ith index comes first and the smaller ith index comes second. So this will be our custom sorting comparator function. After doing this, our sorting part is done. So what we have to do now? We have to first move from this I equals to 0 till I less than n, and in that nums of I, that means in that jagged array, we have to move till its last element present. So now let us move on the jagged array. So here our I will starts from I equals to 0, that means from here, or we can say that I equals to 0 starts from here, and our I will go till I is less than n. That means first here and then here and then here. Our size is initialized with 0, and this is for our answer array. That means we have to return answer in the form of a array. So for arrays we have to given the compiler the size of the array so that it can allocate memory for that. So we have to know what will be the size of our answer array. So that is why we first initialize a size equals to 0 variable so that it can keep track of the elements which are included in our answer array. So size is 0. Let us erase this. I will start from here. That means I is 0 first, and then our j starts from this pointer. That means j is 0 now. J is 0 and size is incremented to 1. That means size is now 1. Our sum is basically this 0 plus this 0, that means 0. So we have to push a new integer inside our priority queue with sum I and j. So push this 0 comma I, that is 0 here, and comma j, that is 0 here. So as this is the only element, no comparator sorting function will work upon this, and our j is incremented to this. That means j is 1 now. Psi is 2 now, and sum is now 0 plus 1, that means this is 1. And again we have to push a new integer inside our priority queue with 1 comma 0 comma 1. And as we know that our custom comparator function will now look for the smaller sum above the larger sum. So as we can see that 0 is a smaller sum than this one, so this will be after this. That means this 1 and this 0 and 1. Here again let us erase these. J is incremented and goes to this index, and this time our sum, first our size is increased from 2 to 3, and our sum is 0 plus 2, that means 2. And we have to push this sum inside our priority queue with 2 comma 0 comma 2, and as we all know that 2 is a larger sum, so it will comes after this one. So push that inside this 2 comma 0 comma 2, and now our j loop gets over. So after completing this inner loop, our I is incremented, and our I will now starts pointing to this index. And let us erase the previous values. Now as our I starts pointing to this, j is pointing here, and this time our size first is increased from 3 to 4, and this time our sum is this 1 plus 0, that means 1, and we have to push that inside our priority queue. That means this 1 comma 1 comma 0, but this time our sum function are equal for two elements, that is this sum is 1 and this sum is 1, and in that case what will be the custom comparator function will do? This will push, or this will push the larger element of this first index. That means larger the value of I, higher the priority of that array. So this comes before this 1 1 comma 0 will comes before this 1 0 1. So let us move this 0 0 above and push this 1 1 0 here, 1 1 0, and above that we have 0 0 0. Our our j now gets incremented from 0 to this j equals to 1, and this time our size is incremented from 4 to 5. Sum is now 1 plus 1, that is 2, and our new array for pushing inside this priority queue is 2 comma 1 comma 1. That means this, and in case of a tie with this sum 2, this will check that what will be the greater value of this I amongst the two, will we have the higher priority. This has 1 as I and this has 0, so this comes first rather than this. So push that 2 1 1. Let us first erase this. 2 1 1 and 2 0 0 2 0 2 will come after this, 2 0 2. Now again j gets incremented and point towards this. Size is now 6. Size is 6 now. So as size is 6 now, our sum is 1 plus 2, that means 3, and we have to push this 3 comma 1 comma 2 inside our priority queue, and this 3 is the largest till now, so this will come after all the elements. 3 comma 1 comma 2. This checked array is now completed, so our I gets incremented and start pointing to this. Let us clear the previous values. Now again our j will starts pointing to j equals to 0, and this time the size is incremented from 6 to 7. This is basically that we are on our 7th element, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Now sum is 2 plus 0, that means 2. So we have to push this 2 comma 2 comma 0 inside our priority queue. Now smaller the sum, higher the priority, and larger the value I, higher the priority. In case of tie between these two values, the higher value of I gets a higher position. That means this 2 comma 2 will be placed above this 2 comma 1. So let us move this above and push this 2 comma 2 comma 0 inside our priority queue. So this is our priority queue till now. J is now again incremented from 0 to 1 and our size is incremented from 7 to 8. This time sum is 3, so this is 3 now. Let us erase all the previous values till now. Sum is 3, so this will be 3 comma 2 comma 1. So this, so we have to push that inside our priority queue, and as we know, the smaller the sum, higher the priority, greater the ith index, higher the priority. So it will have a tie for this 3. That means sum is same for these two, but this has I value 1 and this has I value 2. So this will be placed above. That means this 3 2 1 will be placed above. So let us first erase this. That means give them values 2 1 3 1 2 like this. Now our J is again incremented from 1 to 2 and size is now 9. Sum is now 2 plus 2, that means this 4. So sum is now 4. This is 4 and this I is 2 and this J is 2 as well. So we have to push this inside our priority queue, and as we know, the smaller the sum has the larger priority queue, but this is 4 and this is largest among all the sums, so this will be placed after all the elements 2 comma 2. And after completing all the iterations of this for loops, our priority queue will look like this. This is our top and these are all our further array elements. Let us now erase the values. Now this size basically represent the size of our answer array. So initialize one answer array of size 9. So let us suppose this will be our answer of size 9. 0 1 2 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. This is a 9 size. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My bad. This is our result answer, and our size is now belongs to this 0th index. And now we have to move on our priority queue until it gets empty. So while we are moving on our priority queue, this is our top. We have to pick the first array, and in that first array our R is the first index. That means this is our R and this is our C, and we have to now pull out this from our priority queue. So let us pull out this like this. And pull out this. R is 0 and C is 0. After pulling out, we now gets what will be the nums dot get R dot get C. That means nums of 0 on 0, and as we know that this is 1. Res size plus plus equals to nums dot get of R dot get of C. That means this result of size 0 pushed at 1 inside our result. Again our R is now 1 and C is now 0. So what is 1 comma 0th element? This is our 1 comma 0th element. So push that inside our result array. Delete them. Our R is 2 and C is 0. And what will be the 2 comma 0? 2 comma 0th element is this 7. First we have to push the 2, so this is 7. So push that 7 inside our result. Delete them. My mistake, we have to first give the higher priority to this 1 comma 0, and that is why this 2 is missing. Okay, so this will comes first rather than this 7. So we have to first push this 2 and then 7, and then after completing this will be 1 comma 1. And what is 1 comma 1? That is 5. So after 7 push 5. This gets over. Again 0 comma 2, that means this 3. After completing this 5 we have 3. So push that 3 inside our priority result array. Now completing this 3 we have 2 comma 1. So what is 2 comma 1? This is 2 comma 1. Push 8 inside our result array. Again we have 1 comma 3. That will be 1 comma 2. This is a mistake of mine. 1 comma 2 is like this. So push 6 and finally we have 9, that will be 2 comma 2. So push that inside our result, and our priority queue is empty now, so we have to finally return this result as our answer for this input. So after doing this coding, let us code this problem and check if the intuition that we just visualize is correct or not. Let us first take what will be the size of this list, that means nums dot size. Initialize a priority queue that can intake a integer array. Priority queue, give that priority queue a custom sorting function. That means if the a of 0 is equals to b of 0, that means the sum of two arrays first index is same, then the larger ith index has given the higher priority, and if not, the smaller sum has given the higher priority. Now let us initialize a size variable. Move on the list for j equals to 0 till j is less than nums dot get of I, and this nums of get of I will give us the checked row in itself, and for that row the size of that sum is now I plus j pq dot offer new integer array with sum I and j. Now we have to initialize a integer array of size, and also we have to increment our size in this. Size is now 0 because we have to keep track of this result elements index as well. Move on the priority queue until it gets empty. Extract our R and J from that priority queue. Our C is this, and after doing this, pull out the current array from priority queue, and then we have to put those R comma C inside our result like this, and after doing all this we have to return our result array. So I hope this is fine. Let us run this first. We have got a problem. What is this answer? This is nums. Now let us run this. This is running fine, So let us submit this and check if it is a correct code for this problem or not. And this does passes all the test cases, so it is running good, and it beats only 12%, so we may have some further optimized approach for this question as well, but I guess this will be the basic intuition to solve this problem. And if you have more optimized solutions for this, please let us know in the comment section. So do like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and keep coding, and thank you so much guys.